Right, yeah, right. Hang on a minute. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just getting the chat.
I'll just wait quietly until you're ready. It's fine.
Right, yes, right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Monday night, the eModels night. You may spot something different this week. There's just two of us, me and him. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris. The other two have cried off. Yeah, that's it. They've cried off again. I will be asking for written reports and excuses, and yeah, I'll be docking their pay for not showing up. But we will manage. I've got the births, deaths, marriages, and weddings. I've got something different. I can throw something different in this week. It's Chris's what's in store.
I have that
prepared. You have that prepared. We may or may not have something to give away at the end of the show, if we can remember.
I'll remember. I've got it sitting in front of me, so we've definitely got something to give away. So wait until the end, because you might miss it.
Right. So we really need you lot. Ted's audio is a bit muffled.
Yeah, it's just Ted.
Like.
Ted's always a bit muffled.
It's not. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. Hello. I'll move it a bit closer. So really, it's up to you lot in chat to get us to talk about things, because we've got no Foxx to take up all the airtime and keep chatting and things like that. And I might straighten myself up a little bit. And there's Colin's not here to fill us with his knowledge of model making and things like that.
Can't laugh at him saying words. No.
No, I will try some of them words later, but perhaps I will just pick the easy ones. Yeah,
that's cheating.
I now
can't do that.
I now see how Colin does it, and I see the list that he gets. but I've lost the chat again. Oh.
We have got some early belly and benches in. Andy McLeish says, I suppose I'll get it out of the way early. It says, Belly, lunch was a poppy bean burger with barbecue Pringles for extra crunch, a Twix, a can of Monster, and 2 cups of coffee. Dinner was KFC Trilogy box meal, so he's really going for the burger type stuff today.
Well, yeah, cool. Richard Thomas Skelmos World, Belly, chicken and chips. Belly, a 125th Revell Ford F-150 SVT Lightning.
Retro Rabbit says, I made a balsa wood and tissue glider a few months ago. The box said guaranteed to fly. It doesn't at all. Straight into the floor. Well, technically that's flying. It's just flying in a downwards direction. It's falling.
Yeah, when I was very young as well, I built one of those tissue paper and balsa wood Spitfires, and it was also guaranteed to fly. It had a wind-up propeller on an elastic band, and I wound the propeller up, released it from my hand, and it fell to the ground. Instantly. It appears that, however, whatever I'd done, I'd used too much glue, too much dope, and things like that, and just made it too heavy.
I remember making one, but I don't remember ever flying it. I don't know if I never finished it, or it was a failed attempt, or I don't remember. I've got no memory of actually launching it. So
I remember building it. I can't think in the back of my mind that I actually painted it or anything like that. So it would have been just your
I don't think you could paint them. If you paint them, that makes them too heavy, doesn't it? I don't know.
Well, even the glue made it too heavy, so I think putting a layer of paint on it would have just made it nigh impossible to fly. But it doesn't tell you that in the instructions. It doesn't say just put a dab of glue on. No, and just put light coats of dubbing on. When you're a kid, you just want to slap it on.
You have to,
so that's it. Yeah. So anybody else built one of them and actually made it fly?
Yeah.
Because I think.
Are there any recorded instances of them working? Yeah.
Well, what else have we got?
I don't know. As Foxx isn't here, I'll do a quick terms and conditions. Be nice to each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's an eModels show, so I only talk about eModels, don't talk about other model suppliers. But eModels are your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. So
Yep.
they've got everything you
Uh,
need.
And don't forget, if we've popped up in your YouTube recommendations and you've clicked on us to see what it's all about, yeah, come and join us. Come and say hello. Sit and watch us for a little bit. It all helps with the algorithms and the views and things like that. Just give us a thumbs up. Say hello in chat. We might even say hello back if we spot it.
Paul says Chris's audio
yeah.
is very quiet. Suggestions: move Chris's head closer to the mic. Just a thought. I can just turn it up a little bit actually, rather than trying to move my head. Because if I move my head closer to the mic, it's not on camera. Is that what you're aiming for? For me to not be on camera anymore?
Right. Well, I've been moving my camera and microphone around a little bit because I've actually been doing some filming at the bench and things like that. So, there you go. I'm now building another house.
Oh yeah. Is this another live stream upcoming?
This is going to be a how-to video. Obviously, eModels don't sell these sort of things, but that would be a plug for my own channel. But but I've been doing a how to build some tiny houses. So what's everybody else been up to? I'm glad we're not doing this show last night because fireworks. We wouldn't have been able to hear anything. Did anybody go have a bonfire night last night? I know that it threw it.
It wasn't last night, it was the night before, wasn't it?
Was it? 7th. Yeah, the night before even. I must have slept through a day. Primetime modelling, balsa wood, glue, cellulose dope and tissue paper back in the days when nobody bothered if a 12-year-old was getting high on the fumes.
Pretty much, yeah, it was sort of expected, wasn't it? Paul Allen Ryder has belly, lamb chops, asparagus and stuffed mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, you can stuff your mushrooms yet. Bench started the 1350 Enterprise A with bells and whistles.
Oh, right. Yeah, it sounds very posh, that meal, though, doesn't it? Lamb chops, asparagus and stuffed tomatoes.
It does, it sounds a bit too posh for me.
Even stuffed mushrooms. Fireworks, says Anders. What festivities in the UK? Yeah, that's when we celebrate the burning of some guy back in however long ago.
Traditionally called Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes Night, 5th of November. It's when Guy Fawkes attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament and failed, so we now celebrate it by burning an effigy of him on top of a bonfire. Although you don't do that so much anymore. It's just a case of letting fireworks, really.
Yeah, it's in some cases we wish that Guy Fawkes would come back and succeed, but never mind. We don't do politics in this show. Remember the polystyrene planes in yellow packets, as Mark shall add?
Oh yeah, the ones that you just slide the wings into the body. And the thing on the front you just blew on and it made the thing go round, but
Yeah, the flat ones that had the image of the aircraft printed on it. You can never get the wings to be straight. They'd always flop about.
Funny angles and stuff. But
and the once again you throw them, they'd hit the ground, wings would snap. You try and put it back together with sellotape, which was never a success.
Yeah, but they cost like 5p each or something, so you didn't worry about it if they broke.
They give them away in copies of the Beano or the Victor,
that sort of thing.
Victor comic and things like that. What else have we got? Right, I tell you what we'll do. I will take the place of Colin tonight and go to some famous birthdays. So I'll move that over there. He usually begins with birthdays, doesn't he?
You can do it whichever order you like. I'm not going to worry about switching cameras around with you, as there's only 2 of us here, so I'll just...
So we have today on birthdays, born on this day, in 630, was Constance II, Byzantine Emperor. He was Byzantine Emperor from 641 to 668, and he died in 668. Whoever that was, and wherever. Where else are we? 1619. Giordin Talaman de Roche, French writer of historiettes. What are historiettes? born in La Rochelle, France, died 1692. Where we are? Oh, a famous one. James Cook died this day in 1779. British explorer, navigator, and cartographer who was the first European to explore much of Australia, the Pacific. I can't say the simple words. The Pacific Islands, New Zealand. Born in Marton, Yorkshire, England. I've been there, Marton, but I didn't know that James Cook was born there.
Thomas Cook's completely different.
1750 was Friedrich Leopold Graf zu Stollenberg, German poet, lawyer, and translator. Born in Bad Bramstedt, Germany, died in 1890. I'm covering two bases here. I'll tell you when they were born and when they were dead. Where else are we going? I can't see the chat. So if anybody's saying that I'm doing anything,
not really, nothing much, and just chatting amongst themselves, which is lovely.
Good. 1838 was born Auguste Villiers d'Isle Adam, French writer, Contes Cruels. Is that the book? Born in Saint-Brieuc, Brittany, France, died 1889. I'm sure that Colin gives much more detail than I'm getting out of these. But,
I think he uses a different site, different page. Paul Lewis is just saying that there's buffering and audio dropout. I'm still streaming apparently all right, so it's apparently a YouTube problem.
Yeah.
Although apparently you're breaking up. So there may be issues.
Is that the whole site? Is that the whole, or just one of us, or both of us breaking up?
I don't know.
No, I'm just asking.
It's only you doing the talking, so they can only notice if it's you. But I'm sure that if there is a problem, then it's not from my end, shall we say.
Retro Rabbit says, my TV has just told him to check his internet connections as the AV was dropping out. I
haven't got any dropped frames or anything. Everything is apparently going out okay, so it may be YouTube having some issues. There has been lots of rain around here at the moment, so wires and connections and stuff may be suffering.
Yeah, I think when I went to work after my holiday to Scotland, the roads were just flooded, water everywhere. 1867 was born Marie Curie, the Polish-French scientist who discovered radium and the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. Born in Warsaw, Poland. Marie Curie.
I believe she was the first person to win it twice as well.
Oh, it doesn't say that here. It says she was born 1867 and died in 1934. Not on the same day. She's not going to appear. Well, I don't think she's going to appear in the death that we'll do shortly. Coming a bit more up to date. 1879. Eugene Ures. A Flemish etcher and glass painter, born in Antwerp in Belgium. Right, I've got in front of me now a really strange picture of a guy that was born in 1879, and that was Leon Trotsky. See, I'm picking all the easy names tonight.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad.
Ukrainian-Russian Marxist, revolutionary, political theorist, and founder of the Red Army. Then it gives. I thought it'd give a map reference then. Born in Yanovka, Ukraine, in the Russian Empire. There we go. Yeah. So that I'm just wondering if there's anybody within living memory that we can think of. Is the evangelist Billy Graham? Remember him? He was born today, 1918. First of the 20th century's most influential Christian leaders, born in Charlotte, New Carolina. And then, I suppose if anybody's born too recently, they won't have had time to get on this list yet because they won't have done anything famous.
True, yes.
Who else? Joni Mitchell, 1943, singer and songwriter. She was a producer. She was a singer, songwriter, and painter. Billy Spence. Right. Let's go on to some deaths, birth deaths. Who died in today's history? Today in history. Right. In 644 was Umar ibn al-Khattabi, with a thing over his A, second caliph of Islam. Dies of injuries after the assassination attempt 4 days. I nearly said that 4 days later. 4 days earlier. So in 644 there was an assassination on Umar ibn al-Khattab, second caliph of Islam. There we go. 1560, Peter Loticus Secundus. That's a strange name. Peter Locius Secundus. Did you think I mean Peter Locus II?
Probably.
Peter. Then they got in. Yeah, they got in brackets. Peter Lotz. Neo-Latin poet, Opera Omani, dies at 32. There we go. I don't seem to have the same ring as Colin does. Elijah Paris Lovejoy, American newspaper publisher and abolitionist, murdered at 34. Carl Friedrich Weitzmann, German composer, conductor and music theorist, dies at 62 in 1884. There we go. There's a picture of Paddington Bear there. I don't know what he's going to do with it. But never mind.
Dead, is he?
I don't think so. Eleanor Roosevelt, 1884 to 1962. American diplomat, UN Commissioner on Human Rights, archivist, activist and First Lady of the United States. Now, and who else? Anybody else a bit more up to date that we can think of? I can't find any strange foreign names to get and try and translate tonight. Howard Keel, American actor, singer and president of the Screen Actors Guild. I remember him. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Kiss Me Kate, dies of cancer at 87. I remember him, Howard Keel. and nobody else I can think of. But as an extra treat tonight, what I will do I will now do some weddings. Who was born? Today's weddings and divorces on this day in history. Now that's an extra. I'll throw it in because Colin's not here. Weddings of interest. In 1954, 1951 even, American entertainer Frank Sinatra, at 34, marries second wife, American film star Ava Gardner. They were to divorce in 1957, so 6 years later. Well. Yuri Gagarin weds Valentina Ivana Goryacheva in 1957. At the age of 23, Yuri Gagarin married his wife. And then after that, in 1984, soccer player Diego Maradona was 24, and he weds longtime fiancée Claude Villafani in Buenos Aires. Yeah, hand of glorious night. Divorces of interest. Ingrid Bergman divorced Roberto Rossellini after 7 years of marriage. He was a film director. Elizabeth Taylor, she'd be used to divorces. Seventh divorce from politician John Warner. Not that she married him 7 times, but he was the 7th to get the boot.
She did marry someone a couple or 3 times, didn't she?
Yeah, once or twice. Yeah, I think she was just maybe addicted to wedding cake or something like that.
I mean, there's got to be a point when you think marriage probably just isn't right for you.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, why don't you ask me to marry you? Well, you've been married like 6 times. There might be something not quite right here. I'll give it a miss. But but then again, it's Elizabeth Taylor. Would you say
Oh yeah,
no?
yeah.
There we are. There we have it for today. The births, deaths, and weddings. Yeah, maybe not
People have
the
been
same.
talking in chat about things that they've made. First things they made at school. What did we see? First one I saw somewhere. I can't remember now. Primetime Modelling says, remember the first thing I made in woodwork class, a wooden spatula. Totally useless in the kitchen. Keith says we had to make a wooden ashtray, about as much use as a chocolate teapot. Paul Allen Ryder says the first thing we made was a planish copper bowl, totally useless, but no base, but dead proud of it. Cool.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I had. Yeah, you could go into metalwork, whereupon you had to bash out a dish out of a copper plate and have all the little sort of dimple marks in it from your ball peen hammer. Quite arts and crafts at its day, really. Probably sell for a fortune now. And yeah, in woodwork, I think what I made. I think in woodwork, the extent of my abilities was to make a emery board, which was a flat plank of wood, polished, and a piece of emery paper stuck to the top of it. That was yeah. I spent weeks making that as well. That's it. The bobbins, going back to Richard, the weddings. She married Richard Burton twice. You think he'd learned this
that
first
must
time
be it,
around?
yeah. I remember something about something, but yeah.
Anders does say the whole stream is buffering now. I can only think it must be.
Apparently, it's fine. The further north you go, it's okay. Someone said north of the border was perfectly fine, and someone else said in Devon it was terrible. So yeah.
Might just be issues with the hub or something like that. But soon we'll be streaming direct to the satellite and back, won't we? We won't.
Robin says no buffering here. Yeah. Anders says, isn't it SMW at Scale Model World time in Telford soon? Who's going to get there? It, I believe, is next weekend. It's normally Remembrance weekend, but
it will
I'm not going to be going this year.
No, I won't be going this year either. Work, family life, things like that. Plus the Mini is now off the road and died. It's fairly.
Ted will have to walk, and that take him a little while.
Yeah, I need to set off about now.
It does tell you before now, yeah.
Yeah, it does tell you on Google Apps if you put your destination in and then press the little walking man button. It tells you how long it would take to walk there. Bobbin says Scale Mod World is this weekend, so he is going. Well, yeah. Well, enjoy it. If you do go, do send some pictures, buy lots of stuff, but don't forget, what you could do, you could go along, have a look at some stuff, price it up, then give eModels a ring. They're not too far from Scale Model World. You could nip over, pick it up.
Pop in on your way home.
Pop it on your way home. We're not buffering anymore, says Anders.
That means it stopped completely, or what? Right. Shall we go across and do my what's in store?
Yes. All right.
It's getting to that sort of time anyway, and there's only 2 of us, so we'll progress to that, shall we?
We're doing our best to keep things going, people. But thank you very much for continuing the chat in the chat. And now we're going to go over to Chris and have a look at his what's in store.
Can you warm up the vacuum tube then for sending our
I will send a. Yeah, I'll send a ferret along the vacuum tube. I've got one here. Hang on. Oh, it's gone. Yeah. Right, there's a ferret in the vacuum tube. I don't know where it's gone, so if it turns up at your house, please send it back.
If you're the winner of the lucky ferret this week, then yeah. Yes, it's what's in store. I've got 6 or 7 items. I can't remember now. All based around a theme. which I've gone tricky this week. Not tricky with the what's in store. I've done my normal what's in store, but I've gone for sort of a themed on this day, and also a TV show. So you can work them both out. TV radio show that was first broadcast on this day. So that gives you a hint, because you might need a hint. So, don't put your answers in chat until I've stopped sharing the screen and said what's in store. What's the theme? Go. When I say go, you can put it in, but not until then, because otherwise you get the finger of shame.
The finger of shame.
Shamey finger. Yeah, you don't want the finger of shame. Nobody wants the finger of shame.
Is it
a model making cat we can hear, Ted? I thought I could hear a baby or a cat or something, but yeah.
I can't hear it myself. I've got my hearing aids in and you're pumping through my hearing aids, so that takes.
I can hear something. I wasn't sure if it was in my world or coming through my ear, but yeah.
It will be model making cat. It'll be at the bottom of the ladder.
Paul J. Lewis had just seen the ferret. It shot back down the tube chasing a load of bees. You don't want to chase bees. That's not what bees are for.
Yeah.
I've not got buffering. I've got meowing. Right, the theme. Guess the theme from this. The first item on today's thing. I can't see the chat anymore because I put this over the top of it. So
I'll keep it going with chat.
We have Ravel's 172nd Space Shuttle, the 40th anniversary version of it. It's a space shuttle. What more can you say? It's NASA's space shuttle for a long time, the only reusable space transport system in the world. So there we go. It's the anniversary one. It's got interior cockpit, which is unusual on these.
It's got a spaceman who must be in charge because he's pointing. Yeah, he must be.
He might be. I'm not sure he's pointing. I can't. He might just be shielding his eyes so he can see. Is there anybody driving this thing? And the answer is, of course, is no. So yeah, there we go. Right. It's a space shuttle. What more do you need to know? You don't need anything other than that. Plastic kit, model kit, not assembled.
I've never built anything from space, apart from, I think I did the Apollo thing many years ago, but other than that, I've never built anything from space since. I don't think
Space shuttle is a nice kit. It's almost a plane, but this one's got full interior and full exterior. Lots of stuff. It's 55 quid, but it comes with paint and glue that you can throw away. But it's got some nice detail in it. So that's the first item. So bear that in mind as I continue to the second item, which I saw and thought that is lovely. It's mental, but lovely.
I've seen this.
It's the bucket wheel excavator, and then it's something in German that I'm not going to bother saying because Foxx isn't here, so I won't. It's 1/200 scale bucket wheel excavator, limited edition. The largest machines in the world used to extract lignite. I don't know. It's a 13,000 ton, 200 meter long excavator. It's just huge. I mean,
what amazes me about these things is that somebody actually sits down at a desk or a computer and designs them.
Yep.
From nothing. How do we know it needs like 10 tracks or it's so big? And
it's almost like it's organically grown, isn't it? I think they built one with 5 tracks and it fell over, so they thought we need more. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's just got layers, and each of these is people-sized. It's huge.
It's massive. Yeah. It's like when you see these factory shows of how it's made. Just like a simple canning process to run cans around a machinery and put lids on them. Who designs that sort of thing?
I mean, it's got rigging. It's just mental. So that looks like that could be a really good fun kit. It's not cheap, but see how much there is in it. I mean, look at that. And the weathering potential for it is just unreal.
Oh yeah. The buckets on that. The buckets on that look a bit like a bucket dredger we have coming to the channel, just outside the port and just grabbing sand off the bottom. But yeah, this thing it's arranged so that it digs out whatever it's digging, tips it onto a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt carries it away, loads it into trucks or puts it in piles. Brilliant. brilliant piece of engineering. Even Revell, but they're taking the time to.
So that's the second one. The third one today is the Academy 148th F4J Phantom, the Jolly Rogers. I don't know why it's some sort of pirate plane. I'm not entirely certain. But cartograph decals, photo etch, and bonus pilot figure included. It's got some nice. It's a nice plane anyway. But
yeah, some nice tail art on there. Nice aircraft. The Phantom.
Phantom,
right through the 60s, into the 70s. Really, used to fly them off our aircraft carriers, but not me personally, but they did.
and of course, this is the third item, so everybody has to buy it.
Oh, right, everybody buy it. It's nice and cheap, $44.99.
I consider yourselves lucky that it wasn't the excavator that was the third item, because that would have been more expensive.
Don't forget, slap it in your basket. Because if there's one of them, or there might be 101 of them, but we don't know that. So it's not yours till you check it out. So remember, if it's in your basket and you want it, check it out. Number 4,
fourth
please.
item is the Revel 124th gift set Benetton Ford, the 25th anniversary. I think, is it the 25th anniversary of the kit or of the car, or I don't know. Probably the car. Judging by the look of the car, it looks like it could be a 25-year-old car.
Yeah, a lot of people can date Formula One cars by just their appearance. They've moved so far forward that I couldn't do that now.
Yeah, they tend not to have the same back end now, do they? They got different fins and spoilers and stuff.
Oh yeah, they've got like different cockpit styles and things like that, anti-roll cages and such. But brilliant. Nice car, though.
There we go. Oh, there we go. One of the most dramatic world championships in Formula One took place in the 1994 season. Oh yeah, that would be more than 25 years ago. So.
Wow. Yeah.
So yes, that's that. That's the fourth item. Gift set of Benetton Ford B194 25th anniversary. The next penultimate item is it's some figures. It's the army of Pyrrhus of Epirus, 3rd century BC army things, and that's obviously a close up of. It's 48 figures in 12 different poses.
Oh, from the box art, it looks like you're getting a bust of a.
It does. I thought it was when I clicked on it. I thought it was a bust, but it's not. It's these infantry allies, mercenaries. Set number 2 apparently. So there's probably set number 1 that you can get if you want that one as well. Mere £13.40. It's easy practice for painting. If you're doing Warhammer or something and want some practice, some of these they're cheap enough, aren't they?
Instant army for £13. Those tabletop gamers, they'll have maybe lots of these because they don't just sort of stick to the Battle of Waterloo, do they? You can go back in time and.
Oh, absolutely. You can do whatever you like. They're 1/72 scale, so they're fairly small. So that'd be good for your practice because you need to practice on small things.
You could use them together, put them in a diorama. You don't have to like glue them all to a base and use them as wargaming figures. But there we are. Good. Yeah, but as I say, I thought that we thought we were going to get a resin bust in the box or something like that. Good detail for a 1/72 figure, says Stefan Last.
I don't know that detail will be on the actual 1/72 figures because that'd be pretty small. Might be. I don't know. But imagine doing the eyes on that 1/72. That'd be.
1/72. Yeah.
And the last item I have for you this evening is a paint set because you need some paints. It's the Absalom 502 black and white passion acrylic colours set. It is. More words about that, but there we go. It's got a list of what is contained: medium grey, light grey, pure black, smoke black, pure white, and off white. So a couple of whites, a couple of blacks, and a couple of greys.
It just shows there's more to paint than black and white. There's black and black and black grey.
It's just 2 shades of grey. It's not bad. But for 6 paints of the Absalom paints,
they're always good. And unlike bottles of paint, these oils, keep the top on them, don't dry out. They're there forever. I've got some in the drawers and things that I've had for
Yeah,
years.
I mean, once you painted them, you need to leave them for days to dry. But yeah,
yeah, but
tubes will be good forever.
No, you don't suddenly come to your stash behind you and take a paint pot off the shelf and find it's dried out. These will last forever. So yeah, 27.89, well invested.
I'll go far wrong. Right, I'll nip back through them all again, so you can. I'm sure you already know the theme. It's pretty easy, but there we go. We have NASA's Space Shuttle, the 40th anniversary version. Bucket Wheel Excavator. The Phantom, Jolly Roger Phantom. The Benetton 25th anniversary version. And some mercenary set. Set number 2 from the 3rd century BC. And black, white, and grey paint pack. There we go. I shall remove that. I shall say to all of you in chat, which I shall find in a minute, what is the theme? Go. You'll get it. It's easy. Yeah. Someone's already got it, I'm sure. But as long as it's not 50 Shades, says Mark. Yeah, no.
I don't have a clue.
Dave Cardboard says lignite is coal. Retro Rabbit says pickles. It's never pickles. It's not pickles. It's also not bears. The bobbin says no. Retro Rabbit says I've got the original of that shuttle kit. 40 years old now. Yeah. Would it be Remembrance Day? No, it wouldn't. Not a bad idea, but no, it isn't. I think it's a TV radio show. Yeah.
But do remember, it's the first broadcast of a TV and radio show. It's anniversary, says Bobbins. No. No. If you haven't got it in a few guesses, I shall give you the year that the show was first broadcast, and then you can see. You might be able to Google it. Bond movie, says Mark. No. Nice idea, but no. War of the World, says Andy. No. Wasn't a TV show. What?
It was. It's a TV show now.
Yeah.
There is a War of the World TV show. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. No. 100 Years of BBC, says no. Sky at Night. No. Rent a Ghost. No. All good guesses, but not the correct guesses.
Yeah, it's bringing back lots of memories of TV shows, though.
The first broadcast was in 1932.
Oh, black and white.
Well, it was a radio show to begin with.
It
was a radio broadcast in 1932, and more recently, a TV show.
Was the radio broadcast in black and white then?
I think they did that in Technicolor. It was a new thing in Smell-O-Vision. Keith says Lost in Space. No, but again, good guess.
Technicolor radio. Lost in Space. I've got the Rent-A-Ghost.
BBC, says Redlen. No, I don't think it was on the BBC. It might have been on the BBC. Gardener's World, Sky at Night. No, someone said Sky at Night. Bobbin said Sky at Night earlier.
Where did you get Gardener's World? The Archers.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a TV show.
Yeah. I think they're just clutching at straws at the moment.
It does seem that way, yeah. But we got all night. We can wait. It's fine.
Yeah. Carry on. We'll wait. Yeah.
Just, someone will get it eventually. You just go through all of the TV and radio shows in existence, and eventually someone will guess correctly.
Somebody will be googling like mad.
I mean, you could Google, first broadcast today in 1932. I'm sure it will come up. And then I'll go through and explain my workings out.
Yeah, everybody disappears from chat while they're going to Google.
Open the wrong window, yeah.
I
didn't think it was that bad.
I haven't a clue.
Yeah, but we never have a clue for each other's.
Everybody's gone quiet. Match of the day.
No, it's still not right.
I think football on the radio might be a challenge.
It's no more worse than snooker, is it?
They do, don't they? They have football and rugby on the radio.
Andy Pandy and Empire Service. I don't know what Empire Service is.
Andy Pandy.
Well, the World Service. No. BBC Empire Service. Was that it?
No.
If it was, but it might have been, but it wasn't.
Noddy.
Noddy says, mate, no.
I've got another tune going.
How would Handy Pandy work on the radio? I don't know. They just describe everything, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And then again, most of these things you wouldn't expect to work on radio, but a lot of radio dramas are really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have I beaten you? I think I've beaten everybody.
How would Andy Pandy work? The
news at 10. If you've given up, tell me that you've given up. If 3 different people give up and say, tell me the answer,
Little Nemo and Adventures in Dreamland. Bill and Ben, says Adam. Desert Island Discs. It could be, but it wasn't a TV show. Bill and Ben. Yeah. Going back to my youth. Yeah, I wasn't around in the 30s, but it's still going back to my youth. Bugger it if I know, Chris, I would have thought of War of the Worlds because it was broadcast on radio without it being announced.
Yeah, a lot of people got that wrong, wouldn't they? Wild guess, just a minute, says Paul. No. EastEnders, no. Weather report, no.
What's your profession? I'm a puppeteer for radio. Yeah, I'm a mime artist on radio.
Well, I do remember seeing the something about American radio things, and they'll dress up and they do perform as if it was real.
Yeah.
But...
Well, when the BBC started, it was a case of they were dressing dinner suit and tie for the radio.
Yeah. The Christmas message says Redland, probably not today. That would more likely to have been at Christmas time, I would have thought. But yeah. The Muppets, forecast. Says Keith. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Not in 1933.
Again, the Muppets I don't think would have been a radio show first. It's not really...
Yeah, what's puppets on the radio again?
I don't think it would work. Everyone's saying the World Service. Did that launch on this day? I don't know, but it's not. It's not what I've gone for. Nobody's actually given up yet, though. So
maybe some results are coming back from Google now.
Sky at night. That's been mentioned before and still isn't. No.
Oh, we can have half an hour of people guessing. We're just
do I get a point or something if I win? If nobody guesses it?
Let me have a think about that. No.
I'm not sure if it's a good thing that nobody guesses or a bad thing that nobody guesses. It could go either way.
Edward Elgar. No. I just had a thought in my head about something that's been on TV recently. The Tales of the Unexpected.
Really? Is that back?
That was weird.
That was weird. I was too young to watch it properly, but yeah.
Yeah, watching some reruns on one of the TV channels, weird. There's some good storylines, but yeah, weird. Speaking of Christmas, I better get the sprouts on low. Yeah, get the sprouts out, start peeling the sprouts.
I do like sprouts. I know it's crazy. Not many people do, but I like sprouts. It's the one vegetable I actually enjoy eating. I like them.
Yeah, I like sprouts. They haven't got to be done too long to go mushy. They need to have a bit of a bite to them.
But yeah.
And then if they're done with onions and some sausages, they're brilliant. Yeah.
I did have some a couple of years ago that were done with Marmite. Marmite sprouts. They were quite good.
Yeah, I was going to ask if anybody got the Christmas tree up yet, but I do know that Foxx has already got his up because he never takes
Fox's
it down.
Doesn't go down, does it? Yeah. Very strange story, says Keith.
Yep, that's
I think we've gone on to sprouts now, have we? The experimental TV broadcast. No. Should I tell them?
It wouldn't have been the test card, would it? Would
Wasn't
the test card work
no.
on? Wouldn't
I
work
don't think you have them on radio.
Okay, it wouldn't work on radio, would it? No.
I give up, says Andy.
Up. Right, that's one that's give up, says Andy McLeish. Hey, anybody else giving up? And then we'll get Chris to tell us. We need two more give-ups. Buck Rogers, not Walden. Yeah.
Redland is correct. It is Buck Rogers.
Is it?
It is. Redland, you have won. Congratulations on your nothing. It was very hard earned. I shall nip through and show my workings out. Too late. You give up. You can give up, but we've already. Redland has got correct.
In the meantime, because Redland got that, I will send 2 shots along the vacuum tubes.
Yay.
That's two. Get ready, Len. You've got two lots of nothing coming through the tubes.
Right.
Buck Rogers.
I shall show you. I'll show you my workings out. We start off with this one because it's NASA. And it was NASA's spaceship is what he got lost in. He was doing a NASA test flight, and he got blasted into the future. And you know who got blasted into the future, wasn't it? It was Buck Rogers. See, I've even given you the title in there. And to give it its full title, it was Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Oh, no.
There you go, see?
Thanks, Google, says Red Len. Yep.
And the last one, obviously, you can't have Buck Rogers without Erin Gray. So we've got Gray in there.
We did, yes.
Wilma.
To be fair, you did mention Gray quite a few times.
Did mention Gray quite a few times, yes. So, yeah, you've got to have Wilma in there. So,
I'm gonna save this little bit of telling what it is and let Foxx and Colin see it next week. Yes. Right. Yeah. Well, it was Chris's What's in Store, so we should have known better.
Maximum tenuosity, says Andy. Yes, it was. There were things.
But I didn't think that Buck Rogers went back to 1933.
1932 was the first broadcast of the radio show. Obviously, it was in the early 80s, must have been the TV show. But,
was it Buck Rogers in the 20th century or something like that? Was that the
25th century?
Right.
He was from the 20th century, but he ended up in the 25th century.
Well, see, it's spacey things, or sci-fi things I know nothing about.
70s was the TV show, was it? I remember watching it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the most sci-fi that I sort of watches was the Hulk.
Yeah. Wolverino.
Knight Rider, and that was about it. I didn't watch any.
See, everybody remembers Buck Rogers now. And Andy says, I remember the hair, the bloody hair. That was a rerun. And Dave Cardboard does his best Tweaky impression.
I like peas, says Peter. I had a friend once who liked peas. I need a ding for his 1/16th yum and water, says Lee Barrett. Hang on. Your brain's weird, Chris.
Well, I'm not going to dispute that.
Yeah, it must take hours to get in. Yeah. But well done, Chris. Yeah, they did get it. You flummoxed them for quite a while.
That must be the longest we've made people wait.
Yeah. Well done, everyone. Yeah, it's certainly. Yeah, you can now go and have a lie down in a darkened space. I remember watching Buck Rogers at the Saturday morning pictures. Are you sure it was Buck Rogers and not Flash Gordon? Because that was on the Saturday morning. Pictures.
I don't think Buck Rogers was at the cinema. Oh, it might have been at your cinema, but it was definitely a TV thing.
It was certainly Flash Gordon on the pictures. Remember the spaceship with the sparklers coming out the back of it, and you could see the string as it.
Yeah, but all of those Saturday morning serials at the cinema, they always finished with him in peril, and then it started like 30 seconds before the peril, and he didn't actually get into that peril, didn't it? He fell off a cliff, and then you saw him fall off the cliff one week, and then the next week he doesn't fall off the cliff at all. He just rides around it.
Last time on Buck Rogers. Oh, last time on Flash Gordon. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Chris has a ding for his wood catapult. I haven't got it here. I put it away on the shelf, but I finished a wooden catapult on a stream last week, so I should get a ding for that. I can't show it to him. Should have been watching the stream, so yeah.
Yeah, because there's only us tonight.
Anders says, still got no clue of what Buck Rogers is. You have to Google it, but without the D. It's Rogers. Yeah, he was a test pilot for NASA, and some sort of wormhole something or other. I don't remember exactly how, but he got frozen, didn't he? He was deep frozen for 5 centuries. and then they thawed him out, and he was living in the 25th century and introducing them to all the 20th century stuff. Very, very good. I really enjoyed it.
AJ says, Ted, can we have an update on the Titanic? Yeah, of course you can. It's over there.
It's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. It's over there. But things are happening in the workshop. Cameras are being moved around and things are being built. So keep looking, keep like and subscribe, and something will happen. So yeah, I will, I promise. Yeah, I think I'm not going to build it sort of step by step. I'm going to chop and change and build things, and then they all get glued together. So we'll do it that way. So, yeah, that's it. And it will be mostly built by live streaming, because yeah, it's just easier to do it that way. So that's the update on the Titanic. But in the meantime,
Lee Barrett would love a kit from the Starfighter from Buckford. It had a name, but I can't remember what it was. But it prongy things with the thing, and yeah, I can picture it. And I have seen a kit for it, but I think it was like a garage kit, like a resin kit or something. But
yeah, it's probably that sort of thing. Would be like an independent sort of producer would make that sort of thing, either like a vac form or resin, that sort of thing. Anyone remember the series UFO? Yes, brilliant. I've watched them all, and I've watched them all again. Brilliant. Can't beat UFO.
I've seen bits, but I've never really watched the entire series. But yeah, that was a bit before my time.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, right. What we're going to do now, we're going to give something away, because it's that time. We're getting towards the end of the evening. There's only two of us. I've run out of beer and my throat's going dry, and it's getting cold in here. So yeah, we'll crack on and we'll give something away. What are we giving away today, Chris?
You can win a thing. It's a nice thing. It's a thing that I wouldn't mind winning myself, but I can't. I'm not eligible. But if you want to win this kit, all you have to do is wait till this video is a video rather than a live stream, and leave a comment on it. The kit we are giving away is this one. It's the Razor Crest from the Mandalorian Star Wars kit. It's nice. It's 1/72. It's quite nice. It's quite big. It's very silver, but you know. So yeah, you too can build yourself one of these, the Razor Crest.
Yeah, I must admit I've no idea what it is, but yep, it looks good.
Got an interior that you can do. It's got cargo bays and things like that. So yes, you can win one of these. You can buy one of these if you don't win, but you might win. So why not enter and see? Yeah. Leave us your favourite Star Wars quote. There we go. That's a nice, easy thing to type in.
Yeah, you've got to be in it to win it.
You've got to be in it to win it. Yeah. Otherwise, nobody will win. But yes, when this is a video, leave a comment on it. Your favourite Star Wars quote, but we'll keep it all clean. I know Star Wars is clean anyway, but if you're ad-libbing, then leave it clean because it's a family-friendly show. And you too can build yourself a Razor Crest.
Yeah, you could tell your friend as well. They can enter on your behalf if they want, and yeah. Yep. So yeah.
AJ says, "Oh dear, I've got one waiting in the stash." You can have two. You could build one for season 1 and one for season 2. If you build the season 2 one, you might have to just smash up all the bits, but yeah, you can get another one.
Yeah, nothing wrong with having two things in the stash because so there we are. That's the thing to give away. So don't forget, we wait till after the show's finished. The stream will take a few minutes to sort of render itself and become embedded in YouTube. Then just go in the comments, click on the comments, and make a Star Wars comment or thing. Yeah.
If you don't know Star Wars, then just put in a quote that you think would work with Star Wars. But if you don't know Star Wars, you probably don't want to win the kit anyway. So
or moon or stars or space related. We don't care. Just make a comment, and your chance to win that prize, which will get sent to you from the store. Free postage and everything. It just becomes a guy knocking on the door and handing you the kit. There we go.
And we'll draw that in 2 weeks' time, won't we? So when we return in 2 weeks, hopefully with 4 of us. You never know.
Yes, that's it. That's it for this week. Don't forget, we're still maintaining this 2-week cycle because it's just easier for us with work and things. And now we've got no heating. It gets cold in the workshop at this time of night. So we'll leave you to it tonight. Hopefully we'll all be back together in 2 weeks. Yeah, because last week I was away in Scotland drinking whiskey. So, and we'll all be back next week. When we'll do things again. So everybody, thank you very much for joining in tonight. Thank you very much for putting your thinking caps on when you were flummoxed by Chris's What's in Store. But until next week, we'll see you all again. Thank you very much.
Ages to go till I'd have to do another What's in Store, isn't it? It's probably next year sometime.
It does seem like that. Now we're going to 2 weekly, then it goes 3 times round. So yeah, it's ages. Then you forget and you have like 20 minutes to do a What's in Store.
Well, next time should be Colin's. If he's about, it'll be Colin's What's in Store next week, next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go and get a hot water bottle and snuggle down under about 3 duvets and keep warm for the night. But until next time, everybody, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Don't forget, like and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and tell your friends. But until then, bye everyone.
Good night.
Bye bye. Bye bye.